everyone. And if you're new, if you're here for the first time, I'm your host, Carmel-Anne, and this is my show, Soulfully Guided. So you're welcome to check us out on Facebook, and that's Soulfully Guided, or the link for that is facebook.com, Soulfully Guided Carmel-Anne. So I'm really glad to have you here. So look, feeling a bit nervous about today's show. Had a bit of nerves coming up, but I guess the reason why is I wanted to talk about what it's like to be an empath for me, and it was a real struggle at the start. I didn't know the term empath. I didn't know, what I should be feeling and all these odd things. So if you, just wanted to put a shout out for people that are sensitive towards other people's feelings, and who might not know they're an empath. And, if you ever want to explore that, if you're on the receiving end of an empath or you are the empath. And look, I think it's really important in my segment and my shows to explain it, because I guess for me it was a real struggle until I learned what the definition of empath was in my term, or that it even existed. And I guess for me I'm not an emotional person. I'm very caring, and I'm very vulnerable to other people's emotions. That's like, I've explained it in sort of terms with with psychologists and mental health practitioners, and sort of the way I've said it is, imagine you could feel someone's pain in a session rather than hearing it, and that's a big responsibility. So if you're feeling a bit weighed down, it's not like someone intends to bring you down with their feelings, but it could be a general conversation with a friend. When you're feeling, you're really carrying that, not from a mental health perspective where we're taking on people's personalities, but we're taking unknowingly their feelings. And what I found with me as I was on a journey realizing I was an empath is, for me, firstly, I became an empath through trauma. I don't consider myself a sensitive person, but I feel that I'm sensitive to people's feelings and needs. And I'm not highly emotional, but I do feel things deeply. So it's great. Oh, we've already got a caller in. Sorry, I can't see. Hi, Janae. Okay, great. Thank you, Janae. I'll just be one moment. So I just wanted to say, if you're feeling that you're in a space that you deeply feel others' emotions and it can bring you down a little bit or make you feel uncomfortable, please do check in, do some protection when you go out. If you head over to my Facebook page, I will put a miniature prayer from Sal Jade, or a little saying from Archangel Michael that brings in that protection. And look after yourself while also being open to others. It's easier to recognize. It's easy to feel good things, but when they're challenging feelings, they can really bring us down, and we don't know why. So you want to be in that mindset. If you're an empath, or you think you could be an empath, have a little research into it, look and have a feel over the net or in spiritual books or with those around you, and explore if you could be an empath, because it could really help you live a more comfortable life with, if you're feeling other people's feelings, and you'd be more aware of that. So Janae, was it?
Yes, it is.
Hi.
How are you doing?
I'm really good, thank you. What about yourself?
I'm excited.
Oh, great. Now let's try and get you a great reading.
I'm sorry, what?
Sorry, guys. Yeah, did you have a particular question you wanted to ask me?
Oh, just basically like what's going on around me, and just like if things are going in the direction they should be.
So you want to know about what's going on around you and if things are going in the right direction? Yes. And we'll chuck in some advice and guidance cards there as well. So, cards. Some great cards are falling out. I'll take note of that. 9 of Cups, the luckiest card in the deck, but in my opinion. So can we look at what's going on? What's your name? What's going on? Okay. Going on for Janae. Okay. Is Janae on the right track? Okay. Okay. And some advice and guidance. Okay, great. Okay. So looking at what's going on. Oh, excuse me, I almost dropped my microphone. I'm clumsy like that, so I expect that to happen again. Now, so in ways of what's going on right now, I feel that real world, everyday life, you're balancing a lot. Sometimes it's not showing that you're struggling, but maybe if you could rest your body and your mind and your thoughts a little bit, because there seems to be a lot going on, and getting outside of your comfort zone while you're balancing life and sort of thinking what options you do want to take. Is that making sense to you?
Yes, it is.
So when we get there, I think it's important you don't take on too much. If I haven't already said that, I want you to clear your mind in order to move forward, because I feel like you know what's best for you. If you're going on the right path, I think your situation where you are can lead you to wonderful things. Like I look at this card, the Three of Wands, like your ship's coming in. You're sort of looking over water, thinking broader than what you have been. And that's where you're balancing all these things at the same time in your everyday life. I don't want you to feel like you're missing out because you're too emotionally exhausted, or, your mind is thinking too much of, if you're in the right space, if you're on the right track, what you're doing is right. I think these are all matters of bringing that feeling in and bringing that passion and letting them guide you, because you don't want to feel like you're disconnecting emotionally from what you had to what you want and where you're going. Okay. Are you on the right track? Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off there. What was that, Janae?
Oh, no, I'm totally agreeing with you.
Okay. Excellent. Now, when we look at are you on the right track, I think this is a huge place in your life where you're at right now. It's come up as a major arcana and a judgment card. This is a huge experience, learning, expanding in yourself as a person. And I want you once again to follow your gut instinct when you feel something is right. Look for the red flags. It's okay if you see them. Just steer in another direction to what feels more authentic to you and what feels right, because we don't want to deny these big opportunities and this real passion that could come into your life. And we want to really put ourselves in a heartfelt and emotionally fulfilled, like we want to approach what's going on in your life and the track that you're on in an emotionally fulfilling way, not just, putting ourselves in too deep with things that don't suit us or that are draining. You want to be uplifted. So this is a huge eye-opener for you and a huge calling, and I really invite you to trust your instincts on this one, because you know what's right for you. You've got to really feel it and follow it through. I think there's some choices that you need to make, and there's a lot of things. There's cards indicating to put yourself out of your comfort zone, not too much, but just explore beyond what's at eyesight, like think outside the box. And that's where we get that card, the Three of Wands in the track. Are you on the right track? That'll help you explore broader opportunities and bigger things that you're really wanting in your life. I think having this balance, another card around balance, you start off with this. If you can see it, it's the Two of Pentacles, and you finish off with the Major Arcana card, the Stars, and it's a really beautiful card. So be your raw, true self. Figure out what you want, and then things will fall into place. Be in a heart-centered space. Don't keep emotions in. Let them flow. And if anyone causes conflict or doesn't see eye to eye with you, that might be challenging your beliefs, you don't have to carry the weight of that on your shoulders. Believe in you and what you're capable of, not what others think that you are or are not. Does that make sense?
Yes, it really does. And it's also I think on a spiritual level too. People judging me, and even though they're not here in the in the state where I am, it's family. So yeah, I got to get past that.
It is come up in the center of the advice and guidance card. So it's not consuming your life, but it is bringing some challenging aspects to, like, the focus of where you're at right now. So you want to be on the other side of that. And if you watch the repeat of this, or you want to Google what the star card looks like, a beautiful place to be. So don't let that get you down. You know who you are and what you're capable of. So enjoy that space, not what others say you can and can't do, if that makes sense.
Yes, thank you. That's really good. That's like exactly what is going on, I think. You just can't see it when you're going through it, you know.
It's a lot easier to give advice to people when we're on the outside of a situation. So don't feel like, sometimes hearing it from someone else's mouth that doesn't know you is also, wow, like it's, this is what I'm experiencing, and it brings meaning to what you're going through. So hang in there. Mm-hmm. You are on the right track, that, but, good things will come to you when you open up to them and let them in.
Okay, great. Right. Thank you so much. That was really good. I really appreciate it.
You're most welcome. See you later. And to everyone else, I'll be seeing you next week with another show of Soulfully Guided. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.